Hello everyone, this is Rob. Today we'll be unboxing a 20th anniversary edition PlayStation 4. As the name suggests, 20 years ago, December of 1994, the original Sony PlayStation was released. In Japan at least. It didn't come out until 1995 for the United States, Europe, and Australia. But in any case, it's been 20 years, so Sony had decided to release a limited edition of the PlayStation 4 using the original PlayStation's color motif. So some of you might remember in the 90s where desktop and computer components tended to have that kind of off-white computer gray color, and the PlayStation was no different. It was released in that color, and it's sort of iconic by now. It had that special boot up sequence noise that this one will also have. In fact, you can download that boot up and theme of the 20th anniversary boot up and theme for any PlayStation, but this one should have it built in. So just kind of a throwback. It's not the first time that companies have released limited edition consoles. There are many different consoles that commemorate just game releases. There are special editions even of the Xbox One and PlayStation 4 already. There was a Titanfall Xbox One that released in a different color scheme, and then the Destiny one released for the PlayStation 4 not too long ago. So this isn't something new, but what is kind of new is how limited this version is. They only made 12,300 of these worldwide. Now, 12,000 of something does sound like kind of a lot, but if you think of it in the grand scheme of things, they usually sell millions of these things. So 12,000 is actually a very, very small number, and if you couple that with the fact that that's a worldwide number, not just for the United States, that's pretty rare. In fact, they're individually numbered. I don't know what number I have, but I'm glad I was able to get it. Originally, when they released information about this console even existing, everybody got excited. All the gaming sites picked it up. They had promotional video and pictures of it, and everybody was like, well, how do we pre-order this thing? And they were pretty vague about it. The PlayStation Experience in Vegas this year, basically kind of like a Penny Arcade Expo type of thing. They said, watch the stream, and during that keynote address, we'll give you more information about it. And they did, I guess. Well, not even. They didn't really give you more information. They just announced it again. And in fact, I got up early and watched the whole stream, and no information about how to pre-order this thing. So like everybody else, I went to Twitter and started, looking. A lot of folks were upset because they watched 3 hours of a stream and got no information on how to order what they wanted. Eventually, the Sony PlayStation account on Twitter released a link on how to pre-order it, and it was a link to the Sony store. You couldn't pick it up at GameStop, at Walmart, EB, anything like that. You had to pick it up from a pre-order link from the Sony store online, at least in the United States. So when they released the link, it just killed the servers. I clicked on the link almost immediately, was able to add this sucker to my cart, but it couldn't check out. The server was just completely collapsing under the load of people trying to check out. So I fought the masses for about an hour and a half. I almost gave up a couple times, but it kept letting me put it in the cart, so I kept retrying. Eventually, I was able to get it so that I could pay for it, which is funny. They have trouble having them take my money. And anyway, I was lucky enough to get one. I was still a little bit kind of suspicious that they might cancel my order or whatnot, but sure enough, it showed up. A couple of days after Christmas, they actually did a Saturday delivery on it, which was kind of cool. But anyway, that was an ordeal. A little bit about the breakup. There's 12,300. The only number that I know of for sure is that they said that Spain was getting 300 of them. I don't know how they broke up the rest for the UK, United States and Japan and the rest of the world. But if we're using that as, I would guess maybe the UK got 500 to 1,000, United States maybe 5,000. I mean 500 to 1,000 UK, maybe 5,000 United States, 5,000 Japan. I'm just guessing here. I don't know how they broke it up. But in any case, it's a very limited number. It's funny to note that the different regions got use different methods to distribute it. In Spain, they actually, I think, auctioned them off for charity. But in any case, enough talk about this. Let's go ahead and get this sucker open and take a look. Let's see. Right here. So this came FedEx, and it's a pretty heavy package. It weighed in at 17 pounds. Let's take a look here. Oh wow, that's pretty slick. Cool. All right, well there's not, well first thing to know here is that it's actually wrapped in cellophane like a new game would be wrapped. So that's kind of a bummer because I was hoping to be able to open it and play with it a little bit. Maybe if I decided to just let it kind of sit on a shelf or something, that it wouldn't have disturbed the original packaging, but nope, this sucker is cellophane sealed. So, and we got a little something here on the side. Okay. See if they can read this here. It says, get the most out of your PlayStation 4 system. So that's probably like PSN, right? It's probably like a 30-day trial or something. And then this, I have a PlayStation camera for my PlayStation 4. I bought a launch PlayStation 4. And this appears to be like the base holder for the PlayStation camera. Sort of weird that it's not in the package. Maybe they forgot and just threw it on the side, I'm not sure. But anyway, there's that. And I don't know if there's anything else in here. Wow, they went kind of the Apple route here. Very minimalistic packaging. And very minimalistic box here. There's not a whole lot of stuff. Okay, well there's some serial numbers and stuff. Nothing really on the side. Nothing on the back. Usually they put a bunch of screenshots of the different games and whatnot. Let's get this stuff in here. So let's see. There it is. It's pretty heavy. There are these things. Wow. So yeah, that is slick. I'm kind of hesitant to open this. When these first got pre-ordered, there were folks that were taking their email confirmations that they got the pre-order through and posting them on eBay, and some of them were fetching ridiculous prices at the beginning anyway. Saw one go for $15,000, one for $10,000, and my wife, bless her heart, she was trying to help me get one of these. She was on her phone, I was on my phone, I was on two browsers on my desktop trying to order this sucker, and when I told her how much they were going for, her first thought was not, let's sell it and get, you know, money for the family for Christmas or whatever. Her first thought was like, you're definitely not selling that. Unless they give us over $10,000, you're keeping that because, you know, that's something special and rare. And she knows I'm into video games, so, you know, thank you to my wife, Claire. She's so supportive of my hobby. She's a sweetheart, and, you know, there's a lot of guys out there that aren't as lucky as I am. And first of all, their wives wouldn't probably let them get multiple PlayStation 4s to begin with, and then when they found out how much they're worth, they probably wouldn't let them keep it. So let's find a nice, safe place to open this. There's a couple of arrows here. I'm trying to find I really don't want to damage this box. So we could start here. All right, well, here goes. Breaking the minty fresh seal. I'm one of those guys that's a real stickler for keeping boxes in pristine condition. I don't like to mess with that too much. So, just knife away there. Okay. Now, a lot of PlayStations have a sleeve that you can slide the real box out of, but this doesn't seem to have one. Now it has these arrows here, but they seem like it's sealed. I don't want to do something stupid. Does this slide out? I'm gonna feel real dumb in a second here. Get rid of this. There it is. I was right. It does have a sleeve, and I'm glad I took my time and just didn't rip it open. There we go. Oh wow, that looks kind of cool. So there's the sleeve, as many Sony consoles come with a sleeve. My experience paid off there. I don't know if you can see that. It says 20th anniversary in black with the PlayStation logo. Slick. Let's take a look. Wow. It's got that fresh electronic smell. Love it. So this looks a little darker than I recall. Okay, so I don't know if you can see the serial number. I'm going to read it off for you. My serial number was 01889 out of 12,300. So yeah, I got the 1,889th out of 12,000 PlayStation 4s. Let's take a look at this here. Now this is some nice, this is like Apple quality packing. And to be fair, the latest Microsoft stuff is packed pretty well too. I remember picking up an Xbox One controller and being impressed with that packaging, but what do we got here? So this is slick. Even the manuals are special 20th anniversary marked. So it's a quick start guide, getting started, you know, all the basic stuff, how to connect your PlayStation and how to connect your controller, pretty simple stuff. And then of course we have it again in French, Espanol, and then a safety guide in case for some reason you don't know how to be safe with your PlayStation. Nothing too interesting in here, I'm sure. And I'm sure most of it's other languages as well. English section, French, and Spanish. So you got the English, French, and Spanish safety guide. So we'll put that away. I kind of feel bad putting my grubby fingerprints. I should have worn gloves or something, right? All over these boxes. Okay, here's the controller. And see if I can get this out without damaging anything. Okay, I see it. There's always a way to do it the right way. Alright, let's take a look. And as you would imagine, it's a PlayStation 4 controller. So this is probably going to be very hard to see, and I can't focus the camera, so I apologize if this is out of focus to begin with. But if I hold the button or the controller just right and the light reflects on the touchpad, I can see that it has the circle, or sorry, the square, the cross, the square, the triangle, then a number 2, then the circle, then the cross, the square, triangle, then a number 2. So the number 2 and the circle, again, form a 20, which commemorates the 20th anniversary of the PlayStation. So, pretty cool. There's nothing on here that says anything 20th anniversary, but obviously you're not going to be able to buy this kind of controller at a store. So that's pretty cool. What do we have here? Maybe a power cable or something. Yep, 20th anniversary power cable. Just kidding, just a power cable. And what we have here, the 20th anniversary micro USB cable, right? Just kidding, just a regular 20th anniversary. Well, this one is 20th anniversary colored. This is the cheapo little headset that you get with your PlayStation 4, which nobody really uses because you can use pretty much anything for a headset, but at least it is in the PlayStation 20th anniversary gray, so that's kind of cool. Anything else? And an HDMI cable. Strange that this doesn't have the PlayStation logo on it. I can't recall if it was with the PlayStation monitor or PlayStation 4 or 3. I bought something from Sony that had the PlayStation logo on the HDMI cables, but this one looks like just generic HDMI cables. And that's it for that box. So I'll put that back in. Honestly, I'll probably leave all this stuff in the box because any of these things can be replaced by standard power cable, standard HDMI cable, standard headphones. So we don't need any of that stuff. That'll stay in the box. Cool. All right. What is this? Oh, this is probably the stand. Now, I'm not a big fan of vertical consoles, so I don't have a stand for my regular PlayStation 4. But if you wanted one, comes with it. Now, the reason I don't like vertical stands is because I used to put my PS2 in vertical, you know, in a vertical way, and the DVD drive started going bad. And when I turned it in for repair, they were telling me, the tech was telling me that putting the PlayStation 2 vertically deteriorated the drive quicker. So ever since then, I've kind of been hesitant to do that. Although my Wii is vertical, my Wii U anyway, because it's a Wii U, so who cares? And then there's the PlayStation camera, again in that same gray. This gray looks a lot darker than I recall. Maybe I'm thinking of the PlayStation 1, the ONE1, where it was the mini version. I think that one was more white. But I'll have to go back and check out my original PlayStation. I actually imported the original PlayStation from Japan, the one released in December 1994. It was the original model that had the composite, red, white, and yellow ports on the back. It didn't have like a multi-out, and that got stolen. So that sucks, but c'est la vie. And here you go. There is the PlayStation 4 20th Anniversary Edition. And again, you probably can't see this, but engraved all here, in fact, all in the front and all here, very tiny. You can see that's engraved with the X or the cross, square, triangle, 2, and then an O or circle. So yeah, really cool. I'm super happy with this. I'm probably going to play with it. I have a PlayStation 4 downstairs, and probably going to end up putting this upstairs in my computer / second gaming area. So yeah, there is the Sony 20th Anniversary PlayStation 4. Thanks for watching.